Family and rising. It's still literally 2 p.m. And to the Pan African Bliss. Yes, everybody, sana a very warm afternoon right here from the 254 Caribbean to yet another beautiful conversation right here on the media of the 21st century. My name is JOBY to everyone who's here for the first time on YouTube, on Rumble, on Beachit, on the network, on the radio station, to those who are listening via Spreaker, Spotify, on all our streaming platform. Karibuni sana as we get to talk about what is happening with the African problems. Why do you always just have many African problems? Today we're going to be discussing that because it's very rare we talk about positive information coming from the continent. There's so many affecting the continent. Like every day, we barely talk about positive news or positive remarks coming from the continent. But can you blame us? Literally, you can see the leadership we have. It explains to you a lot why Africa has a lot of problems. And we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be looking at Kenya, how the government is stealing 7 billion Kenyan shillings every goddamn day. And we're going to be talking about also Ibrahim Traore. As we see the puppets are stealing, on this other end, we have a leader who's actually addressing the threats they are facing. When you talk about assassination, the things they are doing for the country to move forward, for the betterment of the people, because the African people do deserve to live good. The fact that we've been told we need to go to America, we need to go to China for greener pastures, we need to go to Russia. It's super crazy. The rest of the world is actually coming to Africa to benefit from us. It's very diabolic. We're going to be talking about also where researchers have found that evidence of the youngest ever children who are being tattooed. And this is actually not really tattoo. I feel like this is literally misinformation from the white people, how they like to take our culture and use their own science-based research to literally interchange our cultures. Because I'm going to talk about it. I know Sudan has a lot of cultures they do, and this is nothing to do with tattoo. And we're going to talk about also the immigration of Africans as we talk about African problems. Literally 9 people have been confirmed dead. That is on the border of Morocco and Algeria, as they were going to seek greener pastures again. More information also coming from the Kenyans. Kenyans are tired of the fake independency, which we were talking about yesterday, because Africans are starting to question, which I've been saying, it's a high time we start questioning these words and terms we have. What do they really mean? Do we really have independency, or is it all fake? And much more coming as we get to continue. Karibu listener once again. My name is Joby. We have Mr. Blackford Fire. How are you doing today?
Sunday Sana, Joby. Did you hear that they tried to kill,
Mm,
who's changing? This is hilarious. You have the president of Togo who's been a bad guy forever, but he's a puppet.
yeah.
But he decided now to try to say, I'm going to work with the Sahel states and try to change, maybe I'll leave a legacy and change my stripes and help my
Mm-hmm,
people.
mm-hmm.
Just by him doing that,
Mm-hmm.
just by him doing that from France, they sent a hit squad to kill him from Cote d'Ivoire. If you guys don't invade Cote d'Ivoire, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, goofy African. If you guys don't invade Cote d'Ivoire, I will tell you. But he knew they were coming. He said, I knew they were coming when I said I'm going to start saying they were coming for me. And so they all got caught. I tell you, I put you on TV and I
Mm,
execute you live.
mm-hmm.
And he knows they're going to keep coming now. Told you. They need you Africans. If you ever change and get your resources back, everybody's poor. They sent a hit team for this man already. He was just thinking about going to the Sahel.
Well,
You
I'm
know,
glad.
Togo's right next. Togo's is right next to Benin, but he's been hush hush about it. 'Cause he wanted to say, he said, I think it's on TikTok. I've seen it on YouTube. I've not seen it on TikTok. Uh, it's funny. That's not gonna be on the regular news, Joby. You're not gonna talk about it. You don't want
Yeah,
to, it's not gonna be on the news
yeah, it's not
that he
there because
fought.
thing on Google,
Yeah, yeah.
nothing.
No, you didn't find it on Google that he fought them people with Google trying to kill his ass because he's trying to move closer to the Sahel states and try to change his behavior. You're not gonna find that there.
Yeah, they don't
that
want that like that.
uh,
They, of
of
course, that's
course not. I find it funny. Anybody, I told you, as soon as you try to do right, they're coming to see you.
Yep.
And Cote d'Ivoire, oh my God. Hey, you guys got to invade Cote d'Ivoire. I'm sorry. Ivory Coast has got to be invaded, Africans. It's got to be. This last week they tried to apologize to even Toure and all them. Also, that airplane that got taken down from Nigeria,
Yeah.
and Nigerians lied said, "Oh, we got our plane back." You didn't. It has all kind of surveillance equipment in that plane. Those guys are going to be sentenced to death. Good. Those Nigerians, all you're going to be, even Toure, you're all going to be sentenced to death. I said I do it live on TV, and and he said, 10%. We're going to invade. Even Toure said he dares you to invade. He dares you. He dares you. I dare you too. Invade. That's the end of that. That's the end of the fake giant of Africa. That's the end of that fake shit. Your country was split apart because you're not unified. Y'all goofy 500 tribes, whatever, and no one likes your fake government. So please invade, stupid. Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, but Karibu Sana, we're gonna continue with much more information. I've not heard about the Togo situation, but I saw a video just
Yeah.
about apart from just the military group that was caught with that chopper from Nigeria. I saw Ibrahim Traore also want the jihadists. He told them if captured, it's either you have two options. It's either you back up
Leave
right
or
now,
die.
yeah, it's gonna be execution on you all. So literally shout out to him for standing on his ground and for believing in his power. Because it's literally about power.
But
Again, let's go back
everybody
now.
know those. Everybody know those fake terrorists are coming out of Nigeria. Now Nigeria can go into Benin and overstop a revolution, but they can't go kill the fake terrorists in their country because they can. White people say you don't do it. We control you goofy niggas. Those are our terrorists. You leave them alone. They can rape women in your country, but we need them to go across the border to the Sahel and try to destabilize them. This. There was about bad. It's not even bad leadership. It's corrupt and it is treasonous. The African leaders are treasonous to Africa and African people. They're treasonous. So it's beyond bad. They're treasonous. Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, but we're going to start with today's conversation with Ruto. The government of Kenya, or Ruto's regime, once again, is on the spot. Remember, that was the time, that was like, I think around June, July, we we're talking about how so much funds have been stolen on literally unknown things, including schools, students, literally lots of billions. And we also had another. There was a case of a certain dam that was going on right here in Kenya, and actually it was Ruto's farm that defended the case and he won all the money. It's a lot of scam and a lot of scheme going on with these politicians. But now is being exposed again how actually his regime are stealing 7 billion daily. 7 billion
Wow.
billion
Wow.
every single day. And of course, this is very much
Crazy.
because just recently we were told of how our economy is not doing great. Literally, most of the Kenyans are also living under poverty. As much as some people were talking about middle class and all that. The politicians actually are the biggest beneficiaries or benefactors of literally all that we should be living in equality, but they choose to literally pocket
Still,
and
I just ask. Let's say Google. Ask Google. Say what is the poverty rate in Kenya? What is the poverty rate? 30, 40%. That means it's still an astronomical. What is the poverty rate in Kenya?
Kenya's poverty rate was around 39%. That is in
40
2022.
40% of the people in poverty. That means it's
Me-
mass
yeah,
killing.
meaning over 20 million people couldn't meet basic needs with higher rates in rural areas. 42% than urban areas, and 33%, though recent trends show fluctuations influenced by the factor like the pandemic, and that's what they like using the climate change bullshit and all that, of course. But it's not doing great. The people on the ground themselves are talking.
And
Christmas season supposed to be able to complain about the businesses not doing okay, because this is the time people spend money, because there's family gatherings. Because I was surprised, I said this last week, I was surprised to just hear Mama Mboga. This is a woman who sells vegetables and the onions and everything. They're complaining of how the economy is not, the biasharas, the businesses are not doing great. And you're like, on a place where people are eating every day, this woman is literally complaining about the business not being okay. It's really, really bad.
It's the theft. You're talking about, so let me add up, it's almost 50% of Kenyans are in poverty. That means the country doesn't have an economy, it doesn't work. That means Kenya's living in a depression, a permanent depression. And since now, Kenyans are starting to know they're not as docile as that's what I can give it. Sorry, guys, I'm going to be disrespectful. As docile as the parents and grandparents are now asking questions, and African leaders are not used to their people knowing anything. They say, oh, well, we're doing better. It's great. They just say the same stupid shit. It's getting better. We're doing great. Things are good. Things are great. No, you're living under a depression. Those numbers Joby just said are depression. That's a depression. So, but it's mass theft. Go ahead, Joe.
Exactly. So let me share this video as we continue.
President Ruto has been pushing a new gospel for months.
Kwa miaka 30 ijayo, Kenya hii itabadilika.
A promise to lift Kenya into first world status in his lifetime.
Oh, God.
Tutatoa Kenya kutoka third world. Tutapeleka Kenya first world. Sisi tukiwa hai.
He repeats it on every roadside spot.
That's just some shit he says. He hasn't developed. How are you doing this and you haven't developed any jobs? Be a first world country means you must have your people employed. Oh, you can't be a first world country sending your people to be slaves, moron. See, you guys would question how we a first world country? What first world country is sending its people to go be made somewhere? No one. Nowhere.
Great.
In churches and at national events.
It is possible to move Kenya from a third world country to a first world country before I die.
But that vision is now under assault. The opposition claims that the story is pure fiction and they walk in with numbers that got everyone talking.
Yes, it's fiction because he's implemented nothing to do it. It's all fiction. He's telling you, go to people, we're going to send thousands of you people to Arabia to be made and whatever the hell we do there. That's how you build a first world country? Exporting your people to be slaves? What are you talking about? What jobs have you produced? None. What economy are you talking about producing? None. When you start talking about being a first world country, you must have infrastructure projects because you must have good roads throughout the whole country. And guess what? You got to get rid of all your tribal shit to be a first world country because all parts of the country has to be developed. Can't say, oh, that ain't my tribe. That ain't my tribe. They don't get that's not my tribe. I can't do it over there. That's a different tribe. So, being tribal, moron, that's not a first world country. Everybody must have the same. If I go to Mombasa, must have the same thing in Kisumu. If I'm in Nairobi, must have the same thing up north. Like in America and other countries, you must have the same infrastructure over the whole country. But you're tribal, so you're not going to make any first world country. What are you talking about? You've implemented nothing to do that. Oh, first world country, guess what? There are no school fees. Schools are built, actually, good schools, not people living in tin shacks. That was crazy shit. They invest. First thing you do as let me tell you something, Rudo. I'm sure you understood this, but you're lying. You think your people still stupid. First thing you do, you want to become a first world country, you must invest in education because your youth will pull you out of poverty. So you can't be no school fees, dummy. You want to educate as many of the youth as you can because within 20 years, as they become adults, their ideals will bring you out of poverty. But you don't want that. You don't want to educate the youth because they overthrow all you corrupt bastards. See, you're in a conundrum. But if you educate them, they're going to say, hey, you people are fucked up. We got to get rid of you. Good.
Exactly.
Opulence. Today I saw some people from central Kenya, parastatal heads, the wider 7-star hotel, taking pictures, having breakfast, display of opulence from proceeds of corruption. Kenya, corruption is part of our life, Mr. Gachagua. And when he was telling us that
I've said this a couple of times. It's crazy because it shouldn't be like that. It's crazy, but this is the reality. Corruption
What are you saying?
He's saying corruption is part of our culture. That is what he's saying. You know, because he's talking about
what's part of the culture, Joey? What's part of the culture? Corruption. Yeah, because it's not supposed to. It didn't used to be. But white people should. You puppets have been put in power. You're corrupt. And also, you know what you're gonna have if you have a first world country, Rudo? You must be able to keep the goddamn lights on. Okay?
literally.
he is telling us, whereas Singapore is where it is because it dealt with corruption. Ruto is a conveyor belt of corruption in Kenya.
Earlier today, Rigathi Gachagua claimed the president borrows 3.5 billion Kenyan shillings every day and steals another 3.5.
Yeah, this guy just in a week he took a loan from Japan. He took a loan from China. He had a loan also from the US. Remember about the health, as much as the High Court suspend that. He's taking loans left, right, and center in the name of we're gonna become a first world country.
Billion through procurement rings. A combined 7 billion daily flow.
You can't become a first world country by borrowing and putting your country in debt. And the debt that you are obtaining, there's no development to sponsor the debt. You're not building shit, so that means you're stealing money. So what are you talking about first? So you're destroying the country. Because all you morons, I'm gonna hate to say this, I hate to say the African, you morons, there's not one African country in Africa that's built an economy. This is fucking despicable. All we're doing now is a Sahel state. There's not one. You motherfuckers have been supposedly fake independent. We know you haven't. There's no such. You've been fake. It's all fake. 60 years. None of you people have built an economy. None of you. None of you. So you say you're different Negroes in Kikuyu, whatever. But none of you niggas have built an economy. That's why everybody's running. Everybody wants to go to Saudi Arabia to become a maid, run up to America, run to Europe. Because none of you niggas have built one fucking economy in any of these backward-ass African countries. Not one! This is absolutely crazy. It's an outlier. Not one of you morons have built a functional economy. This is absolutely crazy.
Loyalty ahead of the 2027 showdown.
Yeah. And we have borrowed 4 trillion in the last 2 years. And
that's why there's no first world. You got not one first world African country. Not one. Not one. Not one. And they're the richest continent on the planet, but not one first world economy, a first world country in Africa at all. It doesn't exist. They ain't made to the second world. Remember, there's 3 worlds that the white man created. First world, second world, third world. Africa's on the bottom. It's the third world. They even got to the second world. Second world is poor-ass Russia and Eastern Europe and some parts of Asia. China used to be the second world, but that's the most part of the first world now. But these niggas ain't even got to the second world. Talking about I'm gonna go to the first world. You ain't got to the second shit yet. Go ahead, Joe.
3.5 billion daily. That's okay, we can borrow 3.5 billion daily. But what is annoying is that 3 billion is being stolen daily through procurement. You know, why are we borrowing to steal?
Do the simple maths with me. 7 billion shillings daily. That is 49 billion shillings weekly, which is equals to 213 billion Kenyan shillings monthly, and also equals to 2.5 trillion Kenyan shillings annually. That is 65% of the entire 2024-2025 national budget of 3.
Wow, see, that's 65%. That's 65% of the budget. There's no money for that's why there's no money for medical, no money for nothing. He's stealing the whole budget. It's absolutely absurd. That's why Kenyans, you got to know politics. You got to know what's going on. They're stealing your future. That's why there's no money for no good roads, no money for schools, no money for hospitals. That's why they don't build shit. They're stealing everything. 65% of the budget is going in him and his corrupt cronies' pockets. This is crazy. Wow, this is You know, in Africa, can you do this and say, oh, I'm going to make you a first world country? What? By stealing all our damn money? Yeah.
Things gone before the ink dries on the finance bill. To understand how large 2.5 trillion Kenyan shillings is, compare it to global mega projects. On today's exchange rate, it equals roughly 19.7 billion US dollars, enough to stand alongside some of the world's most expensive one-off construction projects.
As I said, you can't make this is crazy. The amount of theft that these fucking Kenyans is stealing is. Have I just said it? It blows the mind. You're supposed to have high rail trains in Kenya, good roads throughout the whole country. Not in my tribal village. You're supposed to have good roads throughout all of Kenya. Well, now commerce works, and now you're making a better economy because you have better roads. You're supposed to have good hospitals. It's supposed to be built with that money. Great schools. So there's no excuse for Kenya not to have great schools, great hospitals for everybody, and good roads. Nice.
Station built by world superpowers sits at around 2.5 trillion Kenyan shillings. But the Channel Tunnel linking the UK and France costs 2.9 trillion Kenyan shillings. Boston's infamous Big DIG hit 2.9 trillion Kenyan shillings. The massive Itaipu Dam came in at 2.4 trillion Kenyan shillings. Now, Kenya allegedly loses the cost of building something on that scale every single year. And
every year. Every year. This is so criminal. That's what Africans don't have. They have criminal organizations. They're not governments. They're criminal organizations. This stuff be crazy. Every year you could build sustainable projects that actually make you a first world country with an economy. If you build good infrastructure, but you won't do it because you morons can't make money unless you steal. You can't make any money. You can't. There's nothing you design because you're all stupid. That's why you steal. None of you guys can make money unless you steal from the people. That's what it is. Open theft is really despicable. Go ahead, Joe.
It is the mindset of the small thinking. It is the mindset of the average that looks at what I am saying as overly ambitious or unrealistic.
Now pull the cameras back home. If 2.5 trillion Kenyan shillings was spent honestly, this is what Kenya could build every single year. Number one, 6 brand new Nairobi to Mombasa SGR lines. Each line costs 380 billion Kenyan shillings, taken from the Naivasha Kisumu section budget, the original phase 1 Nairobi Mombasa costs, which range
within 10 years, if you didn't steal all that money, within 10 years, Kenya would have great hospitals, great schools, great roads, you actually start building an economy. This is crazy. But the African is allowed this crazy shit. Politics I don't gotta know nothing. Whatever. But I don't know why I can't. I don't know why my hospital is a shack. I don't know why I got a school with no fucking desk and 2 chairs for 500 people. I don't know why.
African problem at this particular point.
Oh yeah. My fault. It ain't this. You're correct. It ain't a Kenyan problem. You better believe that. It is an African problem. No lie, Joby. That is a fact. African problem.
27 billion Kenyan shillings and 380 billion Kenyan shillings. And the math sits at 2.5 trillion. Divided by 380 billion, you get 6.7. This produces 6 full standard gauge railway lines, each 482 kilometers long. Number 2, Kenya could also get 80 thicker superhighways with 2.5 trillion Kenyan shillings. Each one is 50 kilometers and 80 lanes wide. The Nairobi Thika upgrade cost 32 billion. That is 2.5 trillion divided by 32 billion, which you get 79.8, producing 80 expressways matching Thika's scale and specifications. Number 3, With 2.5 trillion Kenyan shillings, Kenya could also get 170 Aga Khan hospitals. Hospitals built to the standard of Aga Khan Nairobi.
I told you hospitals. Yeah, you can get all this stuff. As I said, this is crazy.
Aga Khan. The comparison is given is even an Indian-owned hospital because that's the best hospital.
Yeah, the good one. That's like the good one. Man, everybody have good hospitals out there because, yes, you Africans are so fucking, these Africans are so fucking backwards, so separate, so, only way you can do it, African. This not Kenya, it's African. There's going to be a lot of bubble gum given out. This is despicable. You can't explain this kind of behavior. It ain't Kenya. This is Africa. And this is despicable. This ain't Kenya. You'll find the same thing in Tanzania, same thing in Ghana, same thing in Nigeria, same thing in fucking everywhere. Zambia, same thing in everywhere. That's why all throughout Africa is underdeveloped. And they got the money to develop shit. But no, I must have my villa, and I must have my house in England and America, and have all my good wine, and my 5 shirts, and my Gucci handbags.
Range of 12 to 15 billion per fully equipped level 6 facility. Now, using 15 billion, for instance, as a conservative number, 2.5 trillion divided by 15 billion, you get 170.3. This produces 170 300-bed modern referral hospitals.
Imagine you're not having what we have, like in Nigeria. Remember, in Nigeria, despite having rights problem, the hospitals, we saw most of the women, especially who are undergoing the CS, they have to lie on a silver, like a metallic bed, and it has no mattress. They're using torches to do operation. There's no even. It's just like crazy.
The amount of theft, Joe, I told you, is despicable.
It's crazy.
Because you have leaders that were indoctrinated to hate. See, they understand. This goes behind this despicable. See, these leaders hate African people. You got to understand psychology. Because no way I, as a leader of an African country, I would be shameful. I'd be shameful to have my people live fucked up like this. This would shame me. It doesn't bother them because they don't care. They're raised by the colonists. They don't care. They hate African people. Because you can't explain this. And that's how you know colonialism has worked on their mind. Because this ain't, like I said, this ain't a Kenyan problem. This is a black African problem. It's the self-hate manifested itself through policies. Go ahead, Joe.
It is supported by the Shah Family Hospital Project. Aga Khan expansions and East African hospital benchmarks price at 100 and 120 million US dollars. Number 4, with the same 2.5 trillion Kenyan shillings, Kenya could also get 32 Lake Turkana scale wind farms. Each farm generates 310 megawatts and costs 70 to 80 billion Kenyan shillings.
Oh, you will start building. You start building shit to keep the lights on. Yeah, you start building shit so no one's in the dark every other day. See, that's the first world. You can't be in the dark. I can't know when the last time my power went out. I don't know. My kids were like 3, and that was because of a storm. That was like 2004, 2005. What was that hurricane? I think it was 2005, 2004, 2005. That's the last time I experienced a power outage in my house. That's 21 years ago or 20 years ago. And that was because of a storm.
During the weekend, I had lights the whole weekend.
You know why? Because I live in a first world country, Joby. The lights have got to stay on.
Even today, I woke up to no lights, literally. I don't know, it's so crazy, man.
Using 80 billion Kenyan shillings, for instance, the calculation would be 2.5 trillion divided by 80, and you'll get 31.9. This produces 32 massive wind farms, adding more than 10,000 megawatts to the grid. Costs verified through Wikipedia, the EIB, AFDB, and LTWP profiles. All of these projects are calculated using documented and real-world infrastructure budgets. Yani 6 SGR lines, 80 major expressways, 170 referral hospitals, 32 mega wind farms, all fitting into the same
180. That's a year. That's in 1 year. 180. You can put one in, 2 in Nairobi, 2 in Mombasa, 2 up in the north, 2 here, 2 there. 180. You have good hospitals throughout the whole country. He said all this stuff included in 1 year. The amount of theft is staggering.
It's crazy. It's crazy because I was trying to remember like our trip to Mombasa. Like even if you don't if you've not created the SGR railways, whatever, at least the roads should be better because it takes forever for you to get to Mombasa or even the western part of Kenya.
That's what I just said. These trips are crazy. I say, I look from Nairobi to Mombasa is less than, it's like 400 and maybe 80 miles. In America, that would take you maybe driving by about, maybe I say with traffic, you stop to get gas maybe one time. You guys call petrol, we call gas. Maybe about an 8-hour drive. 8 hours. That's it. It take no 24 hours. In Africa, it takes 24 hours. That's an 8-hour drive from Nairobi to Mombasa to take 8 hours. And that's if you stop and get fuel. Stop and get gas. You go get some snacks. Kids, you get back on the road. 8 hours. That shit take like 20 hours. And like, what? What?
Tanzania is actually doing better than us in terms of road infrastructure because the last time, the last trip before this year, we were there. There was a place we usually pass by, and it was kind of scary because the road was literally like very, very bad. And this time when we went there, I couldn't even trace that place literally. I'm like, what the hell is this? Where is
that? Oh, it was gone.
Yeah, I'm like, where is that? It's like I was trying to show Shimani because it always have like a very big water, whatever. Like, and then it's like there's a factory or something going on there. It's so pretty, like literally so pretty. But you look at the road, you're like, man, how is this going on here? And the road is really fucked up. But this time we went back, man, it took me time to search for that. I'm like, hold on, we're almost there. Hold on, we're almost there. We're almost there. I'm like, God damn, I think I can't see because the roads have literally changed. So actually,
okay, next to the road, yeah. So you fix the road, yeah. You get rid of the bad ones, you make good. It's gone.
5 trillion Kenyan shillings that Kenya allegedly loses every year. Now, according to Gachagua, Kenya is not poor. Kenya is being robbed in broad.
I've been saying, there's no poor African. The dirty secret, there is no poor African country. Okay, if you control your resources and stop the theft. There are no poor African countries. Good.
But we have a puppet and we have a real leader. Now let's look at Ibrahim Traore. This is a video of a speech he made during the Independence Day, and the speech he talks about, he's addressing about how they've been threatening him. Apart from the threats, saying the whole world is looking at literally the 3 countries, the Alliance Sahel state.
Of course, exactly. And he's right. Joey's right. All these Negroes gonna be able to break and get free and get rich again. Oh, you better understand the whole world is looking at them. The whole world is seeing. So you bet the Africans gonna try to reclaim their wealth. The whole world is worried about that. The Africans gonna try to reclaim their wealth.
Yeah, so he's explained on this why it's a threat because he's doing things that for the longest time the West has said Africa is incapable of. And that is exactly, you can see what Ruto is trying to imply. Oh, we need China, we need this guy. I'm telling you, last week he borrowed, I can't even trace the money, but he borrowed billions. We're talking about not millions, billions. He's taking loans in terms of billions, like billion, and you can't see where the money is going, but you've had
it's going in his pocket.
Exactly.
Once again, Traore had some very interesting things to say. I think you need to watch this.
And also, brother, Traore said corruption, you're going to prison for life or you're going to get executed. That's what you got to see. Any kind of corruption, you're going in Bikini Faso, the government, and you're caught. Life in prison. You're stealing from the pits, what it is, guys. That's just corruption. You're like Joey showed with Kenya. You're stealing from your own people. Stealing from the people's future. There are good hospitals, there are good roads. What the people deserve. They're paying taxes not to get nothing. It doesn't make sense. I don't got a good school. I'm paying all these damn taxes. I can't get a school. I got to pay. Joey's got to pay these crazy school fees. Are you crazy? So Ibram Traore said, that's why the schools now in Burkina Faso are now all free. He also said, you got corruption, it's either life imprisonment or you're going to get executed. Good. I agree.
Exactly.
Let's go.
Comrades fighting for freedom, true independence, and sovereignty, I salute you.
A true independence.
It is with immense pleasure and a sense of gratitude toward you, my compatriots, that I speak.
I feel like this is actually also listening to it. It's also a speech towards the countries that are trying to free themselves as well, because
Of course, he said this for all of Africa. Like he said, once he's already told the AU is a fake. He said AU is a fake organization. He said we've been trying. That's why he said why? Because they were asking why haven't you withdrawn from the AU? He said we tried to talk to him and we told him. He said, hey, don't you see the Congo? What are you doing down there? What are you doing? You know what's going on. You haven't done nothing. He said, well, once we get this terrorism done in Burkina Faso, we're gonna have to make a move on the Congo. Hey, what? What are you got the authority. Neither do you. Because you don't do shit. But
My compatriots, that I speak. Today, on the eve of the National Day of our beloved homeland, I take the floor.
yeah, when he's speaking to all African people.
Before saying
That's the difference.
anything else, I would first like to thank God who has made this day possible, and for all the blessings bestowed upon our beloved homeland. Throughout this year 2025, I continue to pray to God, asking Him to extend His hand over our nation. I pay a heartfelt tribute to all our fighting forces who, today, and for more than a year now, have launched a bold offensive in territories that were once considered strongholds of the enemy, and who are brilliantly carrying out the reconquest of our territory.
Okay, let's stop right there. First of all, this is the president of Burkina Faso, okay? Ibrahim Traore. You've certainly seen him many times. Look at the sense. He's addressing the nation. Number one, he's not dressed in civilian. Why? Because he's not a civilian. Well, sometimes presidents who are soldiers dress up in civilian to speak to civilians. He's not. Number two, where is he standing at? In front of a truck, armed vehicle. And around him, hundreds of cars that are armed vehicles. The message is very clear.
Yep.
We are at war.
We're at war.
We are
The message, you
fighting.
understand exactly.
We are winning.
The message said we are at war. We are a war people. That's exactly. You understand? That's the message he's telling. That's the message he's telling everybody, all these goofy fake African leaders. We're at war, nigga. If you want to fuck around and find out, like Nigeria, you're going to fuck around and find out. Go ahead,
So
Joe.
even though it is the end of the year, we are not resting. As you can see me, I'm on guard. And I'm continuing this for you. Let's go.
Several areas have been retaken in just 1 month, where our fighting forces have set foot and established themselves. All enemy resistance encountered by our forces has been crushed, and we have not suffered any loss of human life. During these offensives, there have only been a few minor injuries.
But what you been hearing out of fake mirror? Oh, Ibram Traore's about to fall. The terrorists are taking over. I told you that's all propaganda. The terrorists are about to take over. The man, no, he's taking back the country. And see, understand this, guys. We're just dealing with warfare. That's one thing I do know about. When you have an engaged army that's been fighting wars and fighting people, they get better. They get better. The tactics get better. From people that just walk around like a Ugandan, I'm the Captain Crunch and all that goofy shit. There's not going to be no country in Africa that won't want to go to war with Burkina Faso because they'll get their fucking wig split. That's what he's telling you. So Nigeria, feel free to invade. You got a country that's not a country. You got no unity in your country, so you can't go to war against nobody. Not a unified force that's already been battle hardened. Burkina Faso's battle hardened. So they'll split your motherfucking wig back. Okay? They'll peel your wig back. That's what he's telling you.
You say the wig?
They split, that's an old slang. I'll pull your motherfucking wig back. I mean, it'll take out your whole head.
I wish a speedy recovery to these wounded, and to all those injured by this barbarity that has been forced upon us. Sovereignty is not just a word. It is a whole. To achieve our full and complete sovereignty, we had to go through the revolution. This declared progressive popular revolution is underway. Today, Burkina Faso is a showcase, a model. We are being watched, people are following us, and we have no choice but to succeed.
Okay, Burkina Faso is a model, is an example among who? Among African countries. It's reminding people that people are watching us. Why? Because we've done something that not many African countries have done in the past.
Ever done? We're getting free for real.
We have rejected colonialism.
Exactly. We're getting free. We're getting free for real.
And by this, what does it mean? It means usually when you make a decision that is as big as this, people watch you, whether they are supporters or people that are against you. Now, people that are against you are watching to see, hoping that you're going to fail. They're just ready to see you fail so they can shout, you see, he thought he was capable.
They're not even watching to see if he fails. They're also trying to make him fail. They're trying to do what they can to ensure they go back to the civilian ruling, they call it.
So he says
they go back to slavery, Joe.
Continent. We have to succeed. If we succeed, we're going to impart other people into the right direction. Let's go.
And I am pleased to say that we are on the right track and that we will succeed. That is precisely why I earnestly urge all those individuals who are bravely fighting to achieve this profound sovereignty, this true and complete independence, to steadfastly continue their vital struggle. And all those who are still in doubt must join the ship and combine our efforts together. All those who are communicating to awaken the consciousness of our people must further amplify their communication, intensify, and redouble their efforts. Examples are being set for us across the world, across Africa. These African organizations that stand out for their mediocrity, that behave in ways completely contrary to honesty, that act in ways completely opposed to African values, are tangible examples that
what he's saying? He's telling that all these fake organizations, ECOWAS, AU, they're all fake. They're against African values, they get African people because they're controlled by white people. They're not African. They're not African institutions. That's the thing. They're not. They got African names on them, but they're not controlled by Africans. They weren't built for the benefit of Africans. They're all fake. Just like they did in America with the Black Americans. They got all these fake black sounding organizations, all controlled by the cats with the hats, all created by the cats with the hats. Oh, the NAACP and the Urban League and all these fake black organizations. So they did in Africa. That's not controlled by anybody black, not anybody African. It's to make sure you don't ever progress, to make sure you don't ever get freedom. Go ahead, Joe.
In order to awaken the consciousness of young people.
Yep.
To all those economic operators who for decades have been used to exporting our raw materials and re-importing finished goods, I urge them to change their mindset. To understand that we must industrialize our homeland.
They've got rich off your back. Exactly. Oh, some of the Africans understand. I get you that. But you know the Europeans and the Asians not going to stand that. They want your resources. They go get their people jobs and then sell you back the shit that came from underneath your foot. That's what you've been doing.
Sovereignty.
To all the people, all the economic operators, all the businessmen, all entrepreneurs that used to export our rough material to other countries, whether it's gold or diamonds or any other thing, wood, you must remember that you have to change your way of thinking. Things must change. When you export brute good, what you're doing is you're taking away the market that could be created locally. We will not accept that anymore. The key to development to any country is to process things home before you sell it abroad.
Exactly.
But when you sell things that are unprocessed, you're taking away business from local people.
Of course.
And you wonder why you are poor.
Yep.
Traore is not accepting this.
This will create jobs and allow us to process our raw
Exactly.
materials.
It creates jobs.
Of finished products.
It's not hard to become a first world country. It's common sense. These bootlegs don't want to do it because they white masses don't want that. It makes them poor because they don't have any of these resources Africa has. Take your resources, start processing them, start making finished goods. That creates jobs and a real economy. And now you become wealthier than your bootlicking white people, your bootlicking fake Arab, and your bootlicking Asians because you have all the minerals. And then when they come to you, oh, we need the minerals, we need this. Okay, this is the price. You do it or you get gone. Okay? And you have military to back it up because remember, you're dealing with savages. They want to take from you. Keep stealing. That's how they got you impoverished, by stealing from you. So you know they're going to want to commit war against you. They're not going to. They don't want you to be. They don't. This how like Joey said. This is how psychopath they are. They don't want you to benefit from your own shit. That's how crazy. They don't want you to benefit from your own wealth. How dare you niggas have all these resources and benefit from them? How dare you? That's their mind. I know it sounds crazy. That's why you're poor. That's what they believe. I'm telling you. That's why you're poor. Go ahead, Joe.
To all those teachers, those brave teachers to whom I tip my hat, who fight with all their heart and soul, to transform the little ones, to make them more patriotic, more civic-minded, to make them revolutionaries at heart, I urge you to continue this work, because it is through them that we will be able to keep the flame of our homeland alive.
So education.
Congratulate teachers that are preaching and teaching children. Continue doing what you're doing. You're doing a great job. You build a nation from childhood. When a child is prepared,
that's what I said. That's what I said. You take your education. Your education's got to be your first thing. You must rip out that fake ass education. I said that. You must utilize. And everybody knows you make a strong nation. The first one, you must educate your babies. And you must educate them, like I said, for revolution, to know you've been exploited. Can't be all these people have been my friend. I don't know what's going on. You must tell them who their enemies are, how they benefit off your back, and you must make them ready to go to war. And you must educate them honestly. See, but that makes an educated population, so they won't be what? Easy to accept corruption and fucked up leaders. And that scares the morons in Africa. They've been able to rule over people with their education. Now, you want a highly educated people. Because you know what highly educated, I told you, highly educated people, children will always pull you out of poverty. And as Africans, here's a dirty little secret, Africans. You're actually the smartest people on the planet if you're educated properly. You're the smartest people on the planet. Other people know this. You don't. You got inferior complex that might make it. If you're educated without inferiority and love and respect, you will pull that country out of poverty once you turn 20. You educate a goddamn population of black men and black women. Then there's the men. You must educate your women too, stupid. Shout out to Ibram Touré. Women must be educated. And here's another little dirty little secret. I'm going to you Africans with your fake mindset of Joey. Learn about the history. The woman, and I'm a man, the black woman is actually the smartest person on the planet. It's not my opinion. Her brain size has been already that. You think they ain't looked at the black woman's brain and investigated it? The black woman's brain is the smartest brain on the planet because she's the source. See, that's another thing. Black woman is the source of everything. So, of course, she would be the smartest. That's why when Joe was looking up why all Africa was ruled by women, matriarchal, until you got the savages came in and upside down that because they're savages. They made everything male dominated. The black woman is the smartest. That's why she kept uneducated. Because they're male dominated, the skin of the woman. You educate your man and your women the same, like Ibram Touré doing, and they're gonna pull you out of poverty. Exactly. They're gonna pull you out of poverty. Go ahead, Joe.
Prepared, the adult is a street kid. Congratulations for that.
To all those in the healthcare sector who are accomplishing feats today that we once thought impossible in Burkina Faso, I urge you to keep fighting. We will stand by your side. We will support you as much as possible with equipment and logistics.
Okay, so Burkina Faso, when it comes to health, did a kidney transplant for the very first time in Burkina Faso. Kidney transplant. I mean, congratulations, Pierre Makofi. This is great because I know you perhaps don't see it as a big thing because you may be American or European, or maybe you're from South Africa, which is advanced in terms of development compared to Burkina Faso. This is a great achievement for Burkina Faso. Kidney transplants in Burkina Faso. In the past, they used to send people abroad to get treated in France, in other places, especially France, for kidney transplant and other things. But with the help of the Turks, Burkina Faso has been able, with their doctors, to do kidney very first one transplants in Burkina Faso. And he says to them, we are here to support you. Our goal is to support you so you can move forward.
Yeah, now you're going to die in India, all embarrassed and all that, and yet you
Well,
have a
with medical, and this is another shameful thing about Africa. Surgery and medical experience started in Africa. Started in Africa. So why have you fallen so behind that you got to go to other places to get medical treatment when medicine and medical, everything medical started in Africa, all of it. Medical services, medical education, all started in Africa.
because they don't know that. The people don't know that. The history is not known.
We're not here just waiting for help. We want to develop our country.
so that you can continue to showcase
Exactly.
your talent and ensure that what is done elsewhere can also be done here. And to combine your efforts with the world, to the traditional practitioners, those who use our plants to heal us, because sovereignty is also about healthcare.
Okay, so he says that you as doctors, formal doctors, you must remember to work with tradi practitioners. These are neopath, homeopath, people that use traditional natural things
It's a
to heal.
tradition, exactly.
This is Africa.
He's telling you to go back and understand that your African traditions were actually the best. That's a fact. That's why the white man took your shit and made synthetics. He went to Africa, got the real medicine, so you couldn't make money off the herbs. They turned it into oil synthetics from you. So he's telling you. So Ibram Traore has learned African science has always been the best. African treatments always have been the best because you are the beginning of it. Like I said, medicine started from Africa. So you got to go back and capture all your old traditions, your herbs, your natural homeopathic ways of healing, which are the best.
True.
He's saying that. So he's not saying, you're going to white people, oh, you niggas and your homeopath, you're doing witchcraft. Get out of here with that shit.
So it's clear Burkina Faso is really doing amazing. I've been literally looking at some comments on Instagram, on TikTok, when I bump into videos that are related to Burkina Faso, and it's sadly still some people are really stupid. Some people still claim the country should go back to the civilian rule, the same thing that the Western medias are pushing and the mainstream medias.
A lot of those things are like bots, Joby. Like
Ibrahim Traore this, Ibrahim Traore that, and you look at it, you're like, do you really have facts, or are you talking based on the fact that you live in a fucked up country, or the fact that you refuse to change your mentality that actually Africa can become better still under a military rule? Because I think people are also misinformed when it comes to coups and military takeovers. People think this is all, because I remember we were having this discussion and the argument actually at some point in my house with some guests I had. They're like, oh no, if we come to become a military country, or we're gonna be Saturn kukaliwa.
Not controlled.
Yeah, you're gonna be controlled. I just did direct translation, like kukaliwa. Kukaliwa. Yeah, you're gonna be controlled. Or the military is not gonna be having curfews, and there's no curfew in Burkina Faso. We've not seen curfew, and if a curfew is to be,
it depends. It depends on what kind of military. It depends what kind of military taking over. If they're taking for the better of the country, they're talking about all the fake coups that the white man put in there when they puppets went off the reservation. When the puppets went astray, the white man put a military coup in there. Those are his coups. So if you get like a real revolution that tried to happen in Benin, it's happened now in Guinea, you're not gonna get nobody food on your neck. You're going to get real actual democracy that the white man never wants you to have. See, democracy means you get what? Oh, you get people come and say, you know what? You don't get to steal how many trillions of damn dollars we just said. You're not going to, that's over. All you politicians that's been stealing trillions out of the Kenyans' pockets, that's over. That money's now going to build good roads, like inventory, good schools. You should have fucked up schools in Kenya. You should have fucked up roads in Kenya. You should have fucked up hospitals. Nowhere in Africa, really. that you do? Why?
Like you've had, it's a norm. That's what I'm saying. African problems are bigger than the solutions. Literally, like we have so many problems and less solutions. Literally, like if you look at everything we talk about, there's nowhere where there's even a plan to have a solution. The solution
The
is
solution, the solution is always in Africa. I hate to say it. Only solution you got in Africa is revolution. That's it. That's the only solution you got in every country. They must be overthrown. That's it. Hate to say that there's no solution when you're going to work through your. All African governments are completely corrupted. All of them. Controlled by Europeans. These are just facts, whether you like it or not. All African countries are controlled by outside forces. That's what. Huh? What you say, Joby?
I'm saying what's funny about Samia Suluhu. Suluhu in Swahili means solution, but she's not even giving solutions to Tanzanians.
No, she's an installed puppet. That's why they got her there. That's why they put her there. She's an installed puppet. And the funny part about it, they've been waiting a long time to get Tanzania. Long time.
But the youths are tired. I want to share this video very quickly as we get to wind up. And I'm going to wind up with the conversation of the 9 African migrants, because the reason what we're talking about is the main reason why Africans still fly away.
Of course.
I have a funny video of a Nigerian who said that he has walked for 7 days going, I don't know where. They're going to Europe. He has walked for 7 days from Nigeria. They are currently in Niger. And they're going to Europe by foot. It's crazy. That's the same thing in Kenya and so on. Or you have to go look for greener pastures. You create the goddamn greener pastures right here. We have everything we need. Why wouldn't you create the jobs for people? There's so many things that need to be done that could actually generate job opportunities. Why don't you?
But they don't know. They're ignorant, Joey. They're ignorant, and African people made cowards.
It's crazy. Not anymore. Shout out to this young man, literally talking about our fake independence. Kenya just attained 62 years of independence. That was last Friday. And he's talking about how we're not free yet.
62 years ago, Kenya gained its independence. As much as it's a celebration, the real question is, what justifies our celebration? Now, let's audit the facts. Most Kenyans at the moment are living under oppressive peace. Vitu kwa ground haziko bie, tuambiane ukweli. Some of us are being evicted, youths hawana mboka, yani ground kumekauka like never before. Aya, in 2014, Kenyan debt stood at 2.4 trillion. At the moment, deni yetu imefika 12.5 trillion. So, are we heading Singapore's way, or are we drowning in an odious debt that has nothing to show for? Most recently, kuna deals zimekuwa zikipitishwa, deals worth millions of dollars. Na ni design, hadi wa Kenya, hawaja take time kuresearch kuzihusu. Wengi wenyu mnalenga, mnadhani ikifika time ya kulipa hizo deals, awalami watawalenga. Hakuna kitu kuja free.
Exactly. That's a good question. Exactly. Because he's talking about the debts, addressing the debts, and also how where our debt was in 2014 and now where our debt is, and also the loans, because like I've said, Ruto is taking loans crazily and is asking, do you think actually, because right now Kenyans are acting like dumb, you don't want to talk about these loans being taken, you don't want to talk about the bills being passed, which are affecting you at the majority. You think white people, when it comes to paying the loans, they're going to look or act ignorant like you? They're not going to act ignorant. The IMF, the World Bank is going to come demanding their money. And if you don't do that, we can just privatize one of 1, 2, 3 things.
Right. We're going to privatize your shit, take your shit, and keep you as a slave.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everything has a price. Especially from a white man, the price will be heavy. All this is happening. Why?
I bet you understand that the white people not your friends. Okay, you Kenyans, all your Africans been raised. Oh, they're our buddies, they're our missionaries, and all that irritant goofy shit. That ain't real. Okay, that ain't real. That's your fucked up mind not processing real history. The white man has been stealing from you. Why are there no white people in Quebec? Why do white people live in the best places all throughout Africa when they come from poor areas? Europe is poor. So why do white people now live better than Africans? See, these are questions that need to be asked. How are white people living better in Africa? Huh? How are they living in Africa when Africa is wealthier than Europe, and Europeans have always been poor. Why aren't the Europeans in Africa in the worst areas?
There's a 12-minute slowdown. We literally refused to unite and do the dirty work ourselves. Dirty work, quite context, is economically liberating this country. We need to attain independence our Mama fathers envisioned when they poured blood, sweat, and tears out to fight for us. We absolutely do not have to sell state assets or our health information so that our country can grow. Kenya is too rich. Siku tutaamua kuamka, ndo siku tutajisaidia. Otherwise, so far so good. Maskini atazidi kuwa maskini. Na tajiri
atazidi kuwa tajiri.
Beyond measure.
Yeah, the poor are, if you don't react towards what the government is doing, which is affecting you, are the majority, again, is saying we as Africans, we take the dirty, the white man takes what's clean, we do the dirty work, literally. So until we wake up and realize we've been affected and politics is our business, the poor will still be poor and the rich will continue being richer. What he's saying.
You Africans want to smile with these white people in your country. Oh, not so bad. How are they more wealthy than you now? Huh? Oh, because they stole it and you're goofy like that. Well, not all white people are bad, but the ones who stole your shit are. They're the ones living in your countries. They're the ones living in Kenya, South Africa. African people that say, hey, white people, take all my shit, and it's not yours. I tell you 100 times, black people didn't give white people this shit. Okay? So the people you got in Kenya and Ghana and Nigeria, you got white people in all these countries. That's all stolen shit. All of it stolen. That's the dirty secret. They don't live in the slums. Ain't it funny? You live in the slums, but the white people came and stole all this shit don't. Go ahead.
Anyway, sorry about that. As we continue, we have the Nigerian guy. Actually, as we wind up, not as we continue, as we wind up, we have this Nigerian guy, and I had to look. I was looking at videos on TikTok.
He gonna walk right into a slave camp.
Reports today, 9 African migrants died in the freezing temperature that is near Morocco and Algeria border. And they're saying that the exposure to freezing temperature near Morocco border with Algeria killed 9 African migrants. A tragedy that the rights groups in the North African country call deeply concerning and violation of the right of freedom of movement. The bodies of the 7 men and 2 women were found in Ras Asfor, a remote mountainous Moroccan area known for its plunging temperature in winter, and the Moroccan Association of Human Rights said this information that was on Saturday morning. And quoting what he said, they say they died from extreme cold, which their exhausted bodies could not stand. One of the migrants was from Guinea, the group said, and the rest were from various countries throughout the sub-Saharan Africa. Those specific information.
This how bad, and there you go again. This is how bad it is that these morons have not built no economies. That's why you see no other Arabs or white people going across some long desert trying to get out their countries for greener path. It's only Africans, only them. Instead of running Africans, you better goddamn get ready to go to war. You better learn to stop running, stop being cowards, and stay where you're at and start fucking up shit where you're at. You better learn to go to war with these people that you call your elite, you goofy families that you worship, these goofy fucking African morons who got you always running for these fake greener pastures. You got you dying on side of mountains, dying in deserts, dying in the ocean, all this crazy shit. You better say fuck this and try to start overthrowing your goddamn government. Because this doesn't make it's only you doing it. There's no story Joey's reading of, there's a bunch of Portuguese trying to get across the sea to Africa to get a job. There's only black people. There's a bunch of Chinese going through the Chinese desert trying to get to Russia to get a job. You see that nowhere.
It's crazy. But I see Ratty in the building. Karibu Sana says, my friends took a boat from Senegal to Spain. Some of them died without reaching Spain. Crazy. Also, at the Kita, our African
Wow.
brothers believe Allah gave white people all his wealth. Crazy, man.
They believe,
But
hey, they believe these religions. These religions are the worst. That fucking fake ass Christian sanity, that fake ass Allah. That's why they get mad at me because they know nothing ever happens when I talk about their fake religions. Because I told you, SpongeBob ain't real. That's what these religions are. Fucking fake ass Jesus. Crack. They made up. But the funny thing they whitewashed everything. These fake white Arabs who ain't even Arabs, they're from. That's what I want to teach you is. These people are sitting in North Africa and Arabia today. They're from the steppes of Asia. They're not from those areas. And this fake ass made up Jesus moron walked on water, made bread out of all these goofy shit they tell these retarded ass niggas. All this fairy tale shit they tell them. Never existed in history. There's no books or nobody in that time who wrote about no fake ass G. Of course, they wasn't G's and there wasn't no J in the English language. Or Yahshua, whatever goofy name they get is fake cartoon character, right? But that's been a reason how they can steal all your wealth. Came in with that fake religion, got black people beating black people up. Your science, African science, is proved to be real. Real. Allah shit is fake as fuck. Christianity's fake as fuck. And proven fake. But the thing that you hate being African, your science actually proves real science. This is how brilliant your ancestors were. Your African science is science. It's real. It's actually real. And the funny part about it, the people that rule this wicked ass planet, they know it's real. They know what you taught thousands of years ago is actually real. Because Africans didn't deal with superstition. They deal with practical. If it didn't work, it's not true. So all their Africans in their religion have spiritual practices. So if you couldn't prove it, it wasn't spiritual science because it wasn't provable. All your fake ass, you can't prove none of your shit in your Christianity. This cracker walked on water and made wine out of water. What the fuck some goofy story? Motherfucker sitting in wells. Go ahead, Joey.
Wind up.
Guys, Mama, this is how we are crossing border. We just crossed Niger now.
I don't know why this
They
is
reached the border.
funny.
From there, we don't enter.
It ain't gonna be funny when it ain't gonna be funny. Ain't gonna be funny at that month. His feet gonna be all fucked up. Ain't gonna be funny there.
See. This, see the border. We don't cross border now. See.
And the funny part about it, your white Arab brothers who supposedly your friends, they're gonna capture you goofy niggas and enslave you. Because there are open slave markets in Algeria and in Libya. A lot of you morons don't know this. Y'all can look this up now. Are there open slave markets in Libya and your Arab brothers?
We know
They're
that
open slave markets.
Africans are not like there. We know that. We know Africans are not even welcomed there. Like, it's very evident.
Yeah, your own land that they stole. Those people, they know that those people are not Africans. That's stolen land. They invaded in what they call the 7th century. Those people had a mass invasion of Northern Africa where they killed millions of Africans and enslaved the rest. That's supposed to be in your fucking history book. Well, you goofy niggas talking about that Allah shit, you better get the fuck out my face. I'll smack you in the mouth. Talk that fucking Allah shit to me. Allah. Fuck Allah.
Don't smack anyone. But anyway, much love, family. Love yourselves are beautiful.
Yeah, dude. Let me say this real quick. I had this dude some years ago, this like, damn, almost 20 years ago, talking that Allah shit to me. And I'm trying to explain to, hey, man, you cool. Keep the Allah shit to yourself. You want to keep hollering at me. We can be friends, but keep that fake Allah shit to yourself. Don't keep trying to indoctrinate me with stupid shit because you're stupid. So, okay, man, I get it. So next thing I know, This goofy nigga, at that time I was still living in Tampa. I was still living in Tampa, Florida. So this motherfucker had this goofy imam, like me and Joby showed that Somali imam. These African Americans don't know their fathers. So this motherfucker, so my cell phone rings, and I don't know. I know the area code of Tampa, but I don't know the number. I'm like, hello, yes, this is Imam so and so. We want to welcome you to temple something, and praise Allah. Allah be His name. I said, what? I said, what? I said, first of all, fuck Allah. What? I said, first of all, fuck your fake Allah. And nigga, I don't know how you got my number. Fuck your fake Allah. I want that to burn into your soul. Burn deep into your soul, nigga. Anybody practice Allah, you are a traitor to your race. As an African, you're a traitor, nigga. Oh, you're immature. Oh, I thought I could talk to you and invite you into the brotherhood of Allah. Nigga, you and Allah go jump in the river, nigga. That's what you do.
Anyway,
so when he found out, I talked to Imam, I said, I can't be your friend because you're not a brother. And the mama said, he can't be my friend because of Allah. I said, listen, I can't be no friend with no weak ass nigga anyway. So you go back to Allah, nigga, and don't call me. I said, and if you ever, because at that time we worked for the same company, because I seen them up in Atlanta. I said, if you ever put my name in your mouth, I'm going to bust your head open, nigga. I'm going to show you Allah for real. So the time I was in Atlanta, we was at the terminal, he was there. He wouldn't say a word. I said, nigga, I walked into his face. I said, nigga, you say my name, and I'm going to fuck you up. And we're going to see how Allah going to help you. He just was quiet. He looked like he didn't. I'm right in his face, Joey. He tried to look around like, I said, yeah. See if Allah helped me from beating your ass out here. See if that happens.
Crazy. Much less family.
It was crazy. He kept his mind. Hey, everybody was looking around like, what's going on? What's happening? I said, this nigga tried to talk that Allah shit to me. I said, hey, you open your mouth.
Don't beat up anyone.
I was 20. I was young then, Joey. I was still in shape and 30. I was gonna knock that nigga. I used to love fighting, knocking niggas out. I'll knock your ass out. Open your mouth.
Much love, family. See you guys later on the reaction time.
Later on, I was so happy to see his ass. I said, oh, he here. Let me get out this goddamn car and go talk to this cat right now. Hey, don't ever have no motherfucking body call me ever again, boy. Talking about some Allah shit to me. I'll push your motherfucking wig back.